Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentauri here, and welcome back to another video. And I hope all of you are doing well, because I am as always. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the best long-haul aircraft to use in infinite flight. And we're actually starting off with, I would arguably say, one of my favourite aircraft in infinite flight. And we're with the 787, so the Dreamliner, and it's an incredible aircraft. This is the 787-8 version, which I'm using right now in the Qatar livery. And I just think, even though there's no interior cockpit, etc., it's a great aircraft. It's so easy to handle. It's one of the easiest aircraft to fly in the simulator, as you're about to see now. It just moves so well, and it's such a well-constructed aircraft in terms of the game. It's very nice, it's very smooth, it's easy to use, like I've said. So I really think it's one of the go-to aircraft. Of course, it's got the wing flex, which you can see now, and it gets up to speed very easy. So if you're just getting into long-haul flying and you need a simple aircraft to use that you don't really want to have many complicated issues with, this is really your aircraft to go to. I have never, I don't think, ever had an issue with this one. I think the 787-10 variant, or 9 variant, when I fly from Perth to London, occasionally I have a bit of issue getting to cruise because the aircraft goes a bit funny. But, I mean, other than that, I've never really had an issue with the 787. And I think it's just such an incredible aircraft. It gets all the thrust and distance you need as well. So from here, like 21 hours of flight, I reckon we get. I think you can get out more, really, if you try. So I think, again, it's just incredible how the distance, the range, and everything that you can get with this aircraft. Now, what is the next aircraft on my list? So obviously you've got the other variants. Just look at these quickly. So obviously there's a few on the 787-10, and there's quite a lot on this variant as well. Virgin Atlantic Airlines, can't go wrong. So the next long-haul aircraft on my list is really the A330. So let's just get into one and have a look. There we go, the Virgin livery, and we'll stay at Doha. The A330 is well known in the infinite flight community, and it's really known for being an aircraft to get what people would like to call a butter landing, so a very smooth landing. So I'll do a little demo here right now. So we're going to short file. We're in insanely crazy crosswinds for some reason. I need to fix that. So yeah, but look, it's very easy to control here, as you can see, and we will get a very smooth landing. So can we change the view? So here we go. I'm even doing it in the external view, and look. So I mean, that's not the smoothest of all, especially with that gear now lifting up. Sort of defeat my point. Let's get back in the air though. And this is awful. I don't know how I'm airborne right now. That's crazy. Let's bring out the gear as well, and we're gonna get up as well. Well, that's just sort of proving a point of how easy of an aircraft it is to fly for me, taking off there about 120 knots. But yeah, this aircraft in itself is incredibly easy and nice to use. It looks good on the outside. I think it might have an interior cabin. I know the A330neo does. There we go. So we've got some of an interior cabin. But again, it's got the live cockpit features. It's a nice cockpit to use. It's very easy and straightforward as well. So yeah, but it's a great aircraft. There's a lot of variety in where you want to fly, but I think it's really underrated. So the range you can get on this, again, 23 hours. That's longer than the 787 fuel distance we had earlier. So again, really underrated aircraft. I wish more people used it, to be honest. I can't really remember the last time I saw someone using an A330 other than myself on the simulator. Obviously a lot of people use it and I'm just not seeing it. But it's a great aircraft to be using, and it's definitely one of the best long-haul aircraft to be using. Obviously the aviation industry is dominated by Airbus and Boeing. Maybe if you shout out some of these you can use for longer hauls, the MD-11, but not really. But I think really one of the best aircraft to use is the Boeing 777. I see this aircraft being used all the time. Literally most days I will see the 777 being used by someone. So there's obviously the 3 variants we got here. I like the bigger variant opposed to the 787. So I like the big aircraft. A lot of people, if you've ever seen me or found me flying an infinite flight, I'll be in this specific aircraft, the 777-300, and quite often I'll be in the Cathay Pacific One World livery, or just Cathay Pacific, because Personally, I think Hong Kong is one of the best places to fly to on Infinite Flight. I've never been disappointed when I've flown to Hong Kong. I think just the landing and the whole scenery there is incredible. So yeah, but look at this aircraft. The engines are huge. It got reworked in 2020, so it's 5 years ago. But it's just an incredible aircraft. I'm pretty sure it's got custom engine sounds and a whole lot of stuff about it. So it's just really is an incredible aircraft to have on the simulator. Are we airborne? We are indeed airborne now. But yeah, it's just a great aircraft. Just looking about it right now. So we'll get a view on the wings again. Look at the wing flex there. It's incredible. It's not as easy to land as the A330, I'd say, nor is it as easy as the 787. But in terms of getting you from point A to B, it's perfect. The range isn't as good. We've got about 19 hours here. But it's definitely a top pick for many people. And I think if most people do go for a long haul flight, if they're not choosing, the popular A380, I think then the 777 is probably one of the other most used aircraft in the flight simulator. I would be curious to see which ones I use the most. But yeah, so the 777 again being one of the better aircraft to use. Let's go on a short final here and see how well we can do. It's really bumpy. Okay, we're locking in. We've got all sorts of views here. Well, that's not the view we wanted, but we're landing, stay on the ground. These wind conditions are sub-ideal, and we're gonna stay on the runway. Hopefully, there we go. Smoothest landing one's ever seen, that one, definitely. But yeah, it's a great aircraft. But anyway, if you guys found this useful, please do let me know, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video.